Hello all. Since our last staff meeting, I have been researching a particular software program called Goobi to help us manage our three current digitization projects. To begin, Goobi is a German software program that is an open source application for digitization projects. It is good to use throughout, correction. It is used throughout Germany and some other European countries. Museums, archives, and libraries are the main users of this program. Also, I know many of the Bayside Historical Society employees are either working on site or at home as the pandemic continues. The good news is Goobi is a web-based application, so it doesn't matter whether users are in the same space or not. This is also good since our 4 fall interns are participating remotely. This program will allow for collaborations between themselves and staff members no matter if you are in the office or at home. Now that you have some background on the software, let me show you some of the features that I think will help us with our digitization projects. You're viewing the demo version of the program. Let me log in. As you can see here, we arrived at the dashboard. You can see there are some other dialog boxes that you can select and choose from and click on. Let's go to the workflow. As you can see here, we're in the workflow, we're in the processes. Here we can view 3 different users and their contribution to the project. If you look over to the status, we can see that the green portion of the bar means they have completed a portion or different portions of the project. And the yellow means that that task is still open and has yet to be completed. The red indicates that this person doesn't have access to the export to viewer. To see further details, let's click on the edit process. As you can see here, we have more detail about the user, the last time they logged in, and what rights they have access to. We can also add on additional tasks. As you can see here, we're taken to another page, and this can be filled out so that way the person is allowed to have access to that particular task. Let's go back up to the toolbar. This time we're going to go to the administration tab. We're going to click on user groups. As you can see here, we have several different user groups. These groups can be added, updated, or deleted. As you can see here, I started a user group for the interns. And over here are some of the rights that they already have access to. If we click on the edit user group, you can see here that I can select what they have access to and what they don't have access to. Once I have made the decision, I can go ahead and save it. That way the changes are updated. Another good feature of having groups as well as having individual users workflow patterns is that we can see we can see what portion of the project has been completed, and we can also do a good quality assurance check on the progress of the project. Let's move on to the Management tab. As you can see here, we are in the finished task per year. This allows us to see the progression of different digitization projects over time. As you can see here, we can see the amount of images that have been digitized and areas that have to be still addressed. This will help us with our preservation planning, so that way we can stay on task, see if there is any backlogs that we need to address, and to check the progression of the project as we continue forward. Let's go back to administration and click on the vocabulary management. As you can see here, we have two different, tabs, and you can see we can add new vocabulary. We can actually transfer existing data from another digitization program by using plugins. That's the good thing about Goobi. It's pretty flexible and accommodating. So since we're already using one program, instead of starting from scratch or manually entering each vocabulary word into the program, we can just use a plugin to connect and upload existing vocabulary. Another feature to note, let me go back. Give me 1 second. Another feature to note is give me 1 second, hang on. Okay, under the Action tab, if you click on it, you can see that you can of course add more information to the collection, but you can also select the language. Another good feature about Goobi is that it's multilingual. So if somebody is not comfortable or their language is not English, their English is not their first language, they can select from these selections and they can work in the program using their native language or a language that they're familiar with. As you can see here, Goobi has a lot of features to offer and a lot of flexibility, which is what we're all looking for. So, with that in mind, I will now go back to the dashboard. Goobi is accessible via the internet. So if you would like to check it out, let me know and I'll send you over the link. That now concludes my presentation. Thank you.